How many parts can Peter Sellers play in one movie? Let's watch and find out.
Okay. I'm gonna get your money for you. But if you don't get the President of the United States on that phone, you know what's gonna happen to you?
What?
You're gonna have to answer to the Coca-Cola Company.
Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, welcome back to the channel. And for today's movie, My Son Picked It. What are we watching?
We're watching Dr. Strangelove, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb.
What do you think that means?
Love the explosion.
Love explosion. Yeah. Why'd you pick this movie?
Well, I wanted to find some good movies, and apparently when I looked up best movies there were, it was up there with like Lawrence of Arabia.
Oh, another classic, I hear.
Apparently so.
Never seen it.
Never have either.
All I know about this movie is it has the late, great Peter Sellers. Do you know who that is?
Who has he been?
Inspector Clouseau.
Is that from the Pink Panther?
Correct.
But I haven't watched that movie.
All right. Are you ready?
Sure.
Let's go. It is the stated position of the U.S. Air Force that their safeguards would prevent the occurrence of such events as are depicted in this film. Furthermore, it should be noted that none of the characters portrayed in this film are meant to represent any real persons, living or dead, or not yet born.
Yes, that too. Well, I'm
sure there's a Donald Trump character.
Are we supposed to not hear anything?
Had been at work on what was darkly hinted to be the ultimate weapon.
Tsar Bomba?
To the perpetually fog-shrouded wasteland.
That's where Godzilla is. This is the Russian Godzilla.
Russian Godzilla. Beautiful music.
Are they using... They must be using real footage.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
The mama plane is giving the baby plane food.
This looks like art. This looks like a painting. Ooh, spinning.
Ooh. Yeah, I think there's going to be some real life footage with some paintings.
Yeah.
Maybe they chose black and white so the paintings weren't so obvious. Oh, there's the late great Peter Sellers.
There he is.
General Ripper, sir.
Group Captain Mandrake speaking.
You recognize my voice? Why do you think I asked? Unless it was pretty damned important, do you, Mandrake? All right, let's see if we can stay on the ball.
Yes, sir, the confirmations have all just come in.
The base is being put on condition red. Afraid this is not an exercise.
Not an exercise, sir.
It looks like we're in a shooting war.
Oh, no.
Red phone.
Apparently this guy's name is Jack the Ripper.
I want you to transmit Plan R. Plan R for Robert. It looks like it's pretty hairy. I want all privately owned radios to be immediately impounded. Might be used to issue instructions to saboteurs. After you've done that, report back to me.
Nice call on noticing his name was Jack Ripper.
Yeah.
Or Jack D. Ripper.
In order to guard against surprise nuclear attack, force of B-52 bombers...
7 days a week, including holidays.
The Airborne Alert Force is deployed from the Persian Gulf to the Arctic Ocean. They are all 2 hours from their targets inside Russia.
He's reading for the articles. Oh, close-up magic.
FGD.
They're telling us all the secrets. Wing attack plan R for Robert.
You think this is crazy, but I just got a message from base over the CRM 114. R for Romeo.
No, Robert.
Did you say wing attack plan R? I'm not horsing around, sir. That's how it decodes. There's gotta be something wrong. Wait a second, I'm coming back.
It's just gots to be.
It's just got to
I'm gonna put on the autopilot. What happens if the number was wrong? It just didn't click one right.
Maybe you better get a confirmation from base. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Dark comedy?
Maybe. Well, I mean, it's black and white, isn't it?
Well done. Well done.
Major Kong, message from base confirmed. Well, boys, I reckon this is it.
Did he take his hat out of the safe? Only America fights the war with the cowboy hat.
Oh, that was not American accent.
What? I was doing my best Russian doing an American accent.
They got a pretty fair idea that something doggone important's going on back there. You didn't have some pretty strong personal feelings about nuclear combat. Every last one of you, regardless of your race, color, or your creed.
They're all white.
Well, they have different creeds, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
Buck, should I get it? Oh,
Maybe.
yes, General Turgidson is here, but I'm afraid he can't come to the phone at the moment.
He's indisposed.
Oh, we were just catching up on some of the General's paperwork.
He's in the bathroom.
General Turgidson, a Colonel Puntridge calling. The General says, could you call back in a minute or two? He says it can't wait.
Find out what he wants.
Apparently, they monitored a transmission about 8 minutes ago. It decoded as wing attack, Plan R. All communications are dead. He says he's tried personally several times, but everything is dead.
I had to pinch off my poop.
Buck, what's it look like?
Oh, that's a great outfit. Stripes with checkers.
What's cooking on the threat board? Nothing. I don't like the look of this, Fred. I just thought I might mosey over the war room for a few minutes, see what's doing over there.
3 o'clock in the morning, and she was suntanning in bed.
Your commie has no regard for human life. The enemy may come individually, or he may come in strength.
Peace is our profession.
Jack D. Ripper has gone off the deep end.
First, trust no one.
Hence, collecting all the radios, them trying to get a hold of them.
If in doubt, shoot first and ask questions afterwards. Any variation on these rules must come from me personally.
A satirical look at one man with absolute power being corrupted by absolute power.
And you have never given me anything less than that. Good luck to you all.
Yes, somebody left their lunch and a radio in the giant printer machine. I know the song is "The Ants Go Marching One by One."
Here's the attack profile, sir.
They get their own copy? Oh, for their own roles. I love the cheap green screen effect, though.
Stand by to set code prefix.
How quickly the world could fall apart.
Code prefix set.
Opie.
Auto destruct circuits checked.
What if they flipped the wrong thing?
That's why it's all well labeled.
Missile complex 7 miles east of Barshaw.
Excuse me, sir. Something rather interesting has just cropped up. I think those fellows in the Pentagon have given us some sort of exercise to test our readiness.
I thought I issued instructions for all radios on this base to be impounded.
Uh-oh, Peter Sellers.
Group Captain.
We don't want to start a nuclear war unless we really have to, do we?
Group Captain, the planes are not going to be recalled.
If a Russian attack was not in progress, then your use of Plan R, in fact, your order to the entire wing.
Oh, I see what you've done here.
Please make me a drink of grain alcohol and rainwater and...
Well, grain alcohol is whiskey. Rainwater? Ah.
It is my clear duty to issue the recall code.
Door's locked, buddy. You didn't notice.
I'm afraid, sir, I must ask you for the key and the recall code.
There's nothing anybody can do about this thing now.
Then I must insist, sir, that you give them to me.
Here's my 3-letter code.
Gun.
I don't think this guy really understands their motto.
Yeah.
Peace is our profession. I don't think he gets it.
I think that may be the joke.
War is too important to be left to politicians. I can no longer sit back and allow all of our precious bodily fluids.
Okay. You had me until there.
It's an interesting
All of our bodily fluids.
Now, General Turgidson, what's going on here?
world targets and mega deaths.
General Jack Ripper issued an order for the planes to attack their target with nuclear weapons with an average load of 40 megatons each.
They're gonna blow Russia the shit up.
General Turgidson, I find this very difficult.
Also Peter Sellers?
You are the only person authorized to do so. Beginning to look like General Ripper exceeded his authority. Well, perhaps you're forgetting the provisions of Plan R, sir. Plan R is an emergency war plan if the normal chain of command has been disrupted.
Shit.
The idea was for Plan R to be a sort of retaliatory safeguard. I admit the human element seems to have failed us here.
Well, I assume then that the planes will return automatically once they reach their fail-safe points. Then why haven't you radioed the planes countermanning the go code?
Well, we kind of lost it.
Do you mean to tell me, General Turgidson, that you will be unable to recall the aircraft?
However, we are plowing through every possible three-letter combination of the code. It's going to take us about 2.5 days to transmit them all.
How soon did you say the planes would penetrate Russian radar cover?
About 18 minutes from now, sir. General Ripper sealed off the base and cut off all communication.
When you instituted the human reliability tests, you assured me there was no possibility of such a thing ever occurring.
Well...
Don't think it's quite fair to condemn a whole program because of a single slip-up, sir.
You notice how he keeps putting gum in his mouth?
Yeah.
I told you never to call me here. Don't you know where I am? Of course, it isn't only physical. I deeply respect you as a human being. Listen, Shug, don't forget to say your prayers.
Because in power, there's God.
Wouldn't be in God there's power.
Maybe.
I want them to enter the base, locate General Ripper, and put him in immediate telephone contact with me.
If I may advise,
You may.
any force trying to enter there would certainly encounter very heavy casualties.
General Turgidson, my boys can brush him aside without too much trouble.
In less than 15 minutes from now, the Ruskies will be making radar contact with the planes.
Why don't we just call the Russians? Tell them to blow the planes up.
Yeah. Oh, good idea.
Capabilities, we will suffer virtual annihilation.
Okay, now would it be the Soviet Union or at the time? So just like call up Stalin or whoever is in charge.
Yeah. Hey, stall, baby.
Hey, babe, listen, I'm at work right now.
And coordinated attack on all their airfields and missile bases, we'd stand a damn good chance of catching them with their pants down. We could easily assign 3 missiles to every target and still have a very effective reserve force for any other contingency. That we would destroy 90% of their nuclear capabilities and suffer only modest and acceptable civilian casualties.
Modest and acceptable civilian casualties.
Yep. It's under 10%.
Was not an act of national policy, and there are still alternatives left open to us.
But it is necessary now to make a choice. One where you got 20 million people killed, and the other where you got 150 million people killed.
You're talking about mass murder, General, not war.
And I'm the head of megadeaths.
Mass murder, not war.
More than 10 to 20 million killed, tops.
I will not go down in history as the greatest mass murderer since Adolf Hitler.
Okay, he's arguing for the death of millions. And the president is arguing for other options. And the president is thinking about his career. And the general is thinking about
This is why
America.
what happens when politicians and the military sometimes don't work out.
Yeah.
Am I to understand the Russian ambassador is to be admitted entrance to the war room?
What kind of war room is this?
Aware of what a serious breach of security that would be? I mean, you'll see the big board.
It appears that the Russians have placed green screens between the planes and Russia.
1 miniature combination Russian phrase book and Bible. $100 in rubles.
$100 in Russian rubles, and they just pull out like a giant pile of money.
Give me some cigars, please. Havana cigars.
At the time, the Americans weren't allowed to have Cuban cigars.
Really?
We haven't been able to reach Premier Kissoff in the Kremlin. They say they don't know where he is.
Why does he look like Al Capone?
What did you say?
I said Premier Kissoff is a degenerate atheist.
They're gonna fuck up the buffet!
War room.
You're in the war room. Quit fighting.
The fool attempted to plant that ridiculous camera on me.
Gentlemen, this is outrageous. I have never heard of such behavior in the war room before.
We need to be behaved in the war room.
You sure gotta hand it to those commies.
Gee, those trucks sure look like the real thing, don't they?
Okay.
Fire! Remember his reaction? I'm sure my boys will be able to clean them out with not much of a problem. Shooting ducks in a barrel. You know, you could just throw something through the window. I think the office is on ground floor. Okay, I'm starting to wonder if this show was sponsored by Big Gum. Because we see Wrigley gum in everywhere.
I don't have a phone.
Hello, who is this?
Товарищ председатель, говорит Садский.
He could be saying anything.
I've done as you asked. Be careful, Mr. President.
Hello, Dimitri. Listen, I can't hear too well. Do you suppose you could turn the music down just a little?
Yes.
More gum.
Fine, I can hear you now, Dimitri.
Are they really on first name basis?
And Dimitri, we've always talked about the possibility of something going wrong with the bomb.
You know, the big one.
Well, now, what happened is, well, he went a little funny in the head.
Funny.
Yeah, he's going to become a stand-up comedian.
Well, I'll tell you what he did. He ordered his planes to attack your country. Well, listen, how do you think I feel about it?
Wow, he's gaslighting the president of the SSSR.
It's a friendly call. Of course it's a friendly call. Listen, if it wasn't friendly, you probably wouldn't have even got it.
Ouch.
Yes, I mean, if we're unable to recall the planes, then
Blow him up.
we're gonna have to help you destroy them, Dimitri. All right, well, listen, now who should we call?
Ghostbusters.
Who should we call, Dimitri? The people? Sorry, you faded away there.
I love how it's such a calm conversation and they're discussing the end of the world.
Oh, you're calling first, will you? Listen, do you happen to have the phone number on you, Dimitri? I'm sorry, too, Dimitri. I'm very sorry. All right, you're sorrier than I am.
This is important right now.
Yes. Why are they friends? Like, are they?
But part of it was like, you only call when there's problems. You never just call to talk.
I'm Eugen, naturally. Yeah.
As if they wouldn't have a Russian speaker in the room to make sure he's not lying.
Das Vidania. The fools, the mad fools, the doomsday machine.
It's like Dr. Doofenshmirtz,
All human and animal life.
but not plants.
Have you ever
Humans
seen
and
a man
animals.
naked? Like gladiator movies.
Have you ever seen a commie drink a glass?
I knew.
On no account will a commie ever drink water.
Sure.
Quite see what you're getting at.
Water is the source of all life. And as human beings, you and I need fresh, pure water.
Russians aren't human.
Beginning to understand?
No.
Have you never wondered why I drink only distilled water and only pure grain alcohol? Have you ever heard of a thing called fluoridation?
Because I'm batshit crazy?
Yeah.
Oh no. It's fluoride. It helps protects your teeth.
You realize fluoridation is the most monstrously conceived and dangerous communist plot we have ever had?
He is a conspiracy theorist before there were conspiracy theorists.
You can play a dead game, soldier.
Miss me? Golf clubs?
He's playing through. Nope.
That
his machine gun bag.
Come over here and help me with this belt. Hendrik, in the name of Her Majesty and the Continental Congress, come here and feed me this belt, boy. Come over here. The redcoats are coming. Come on.
It's down to a safe level after 2 weeks. About 40 mg has a radioactive half-life of 93 years. When they are exploded, they will produce a doomsday shroud will encircle the Earth for 93 years.
Is the Premier threatening to explode this if our planes carry out their attack?
The doomsday machine is designed to trigger itself automatically.
Hence, doomsday machine.
President, we're wasting valuable time. Look at the big boy. They're getting ready to clobber us.
Do you think that was on purpose, or do you think that was a flub and he just went with it?
At the same time, our people grumbled for more nylons and washing machines.
I wonder if the nylons are for trade and the lipstick is for trade.
And we were afraid of a doomsday gap.
Preposterous. I've never approved of anything like that.
Our source was the New York Times.
Dr. Strangelove, do we have anything like that in the works?
Oh, I'm sure this is Peter Sellers too.
I commissioned a study of this project by the Bland Corporation.
Then you mean it is possible for them to have built such a thing?
Requires only the will to do so.
Peter Sellers, the early Jim Carrey.
Because of the automated and irreparable decision-making.
God, he's addicted to the gum.
Doomsday machine is terrifying.
Gee, I wish we had one of them doomsday machines. Strangelove. What kind of a name is that? That ain't no kraut name. It changed it when he became a citizen.
After World War II, the Americans and the Russians
hired Germans. Nazis.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what NASA was.
Pieces are profession.
You do understand that it's like burning his hand.
Oh yeah,
like
yeah.
severely.
But he's Jack D. Ripper. He's impervious to pain.
You realize that in addition to fluoridating water, where there are studies underway to fluoridate soil?
Fluoride. It'll be the end of us all.
Fluoridation first began 1946. How does that coincide with your post-war commie conspiracy?
This is like watching early MAGA. He's the eventual. This is the prototype.
Dihydrogen monoxide, most dangerous substance in the world.
It is. It'll kill you.
It can kill you.
First became aware of it, Mandrake, during the physical act of love.
What?
Luckily, I was able to interpret these feelings correctly.
So he had post-nut clarity and decided to destroy the world.
Yes. He refuses to ejaculate?
Boys must have surrendered.
How dare they?
Those boys were like my children, Mandrake.
No, I'm sure they all gave it their very best. And I can swear to you, my boy, that there's nothing wrong with my bodily fluids. Not a thing, Jackie.
You're a communist, too.
You're a prisoner of war.
Have you ever been a prisoner of war?
Torture you?
With
You must know.
fluoride?
From the swines. Strange thing is, they make such bloody good cameras.
I happen to believe in a life after this one.
He is going to kill himself.
But it won't be on camera.
No, it won't be.
You know what I'm here? No, Jack, let me take that for you. I'll take that for you.
Oh, he's still got his hand pistol. He's going to go to the bathroom. Gonna close the door.
Wash and brush up, water on the back of the neck. And Jack, boy, I'll try and guess this.
Chicken's way out. You created basically war. Nuclear annihilation. You're going to get caught. I'm going to kill myself. Because I'm a real man.
He needed to protect his fluids.
His beliefs are more important.
Yeah, his fluids.
Well, they're all over the floor now.
60 miles. Looks like a missile tracking us.
You think?
Commence evasive action right.
Bomber, what evasive actions do you have? Just change the green screen? Wait, no, that's a model.
Missile still closing range.
It reminds me of Ed Wood's use of stock footage to tell a story.
Missile still tracking and closing distance. Range 30 miles. Continue evasive action. Missile track deflecting. Continue evasive action. Missile still deflecting, range 4 miles.
What are the missile deflector? What is a missile deflector?
Mirror. Oh!
Oh no.
We were too close!
Start lever to cut off. Cut off.
The deflector didn't deflect enough!
Shields at 30%, Captain. Lower decks have been hit.
Damn it, Scotty!
I did all I could. Captain, I cannot do anymore.
That was a horrible Scottish accent.
God!
Extinguishers. Transfer switches.
We're going down! We're going down! Airplanes don't fly like that.
Mission Impossible.
3, 4, and 6.
Hey, this is better special effects than Black Hole.
I picked that movie.
And the story is more coherent.
Peace on earth. Peace on earth.
That's
OPE. On Peace Earth.
P-O-E.
That's the code.
Put your hands over your head. What kind of suit you call that, fella?
This happens to be an RAF uniform, sir.
Where's General Ripley?
He's dead in the bathroom.
His bodily fluids have escaped his body.
I've got a very good idea what the recall code is, and I have to get in touch with SAC headquarters immediately. Now look, Colonel Bat Guano, if that really is your name.
Pat Guano? That shit.
Don't you know that General Ripper went as mad as a bloody March hare and sent the whole wing to attack the Soviets? Don't you know that?
What are you talking about?
What? Do they not even know where they're here?
Nope. Military just does what they're told to do. Uh-oh.
Radio gear is out, and I think the auto-destruct mechanism got hit and blew itself up.
I I don't think it was meant to be that funny, but that was funny. Okay, that is some awesome special effects.
They're traveling at like Mach 7.
Yep.
The radio is gone and we're leaking.
And we are flying 1 meter above the ground at all times.
We're flying a meter above the ground at like Mach 7 through a mountain range. This is Star Wars.
Dang sure ain't so.
They're doing a trench run. Stay on target.
Stay on target.
Luke, someone's on our tail.
Colonel, I must know what you think has been going on here.
All I was told to do was get General Ripper on the phone with the President of the United States.
I am General Ripper's executive officer, so the President will bloody well want to speak to me, won't he?
You want to talk to the President of the United States?
British have such a way with words.
Try and get the President of the United States on the phone.
What's his number? 1, 2. There we go. For President, dial.
To place an emergency person-to-person call with President Merkin Muffley in the Pentagon, Washington, D.C.
These names are just so awesome.
Merkin Muffley.
Sorry, I haven't got enough change. Could you make this a collect call, operator?
Well, it gets even better. A collect call. It's going to go to the war room. Would you like to accept a collect call?
Accept the call. Have you got 55 cents? Is it possible to make this an ordinary trunk call? Oh, station to station.
I've heard of David Bowie, yes.
Operator, hold on. I'll try and give you a second. That Coca-Cola machine. I want you to shoot the lock off it. There may be some change in there.
The fate of the world depends on 20 cents and Coca-Cola.
Property.
That's private property.
Shoot it off! Shoot with a gun!
I'm going to get your money for you. But if you don't get the President of the United States on that phone, you know what's going to happen to you? You're going to have to answer to the Coca-Cola company.
Son of a bitch.
All other missions have acknowledged recall code.
Gentlemen!
We did a great thing here today, boys.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light?
Just bow our heads and give a short prayer of thanks for our deliverance.
Lord!
It's like the end of a football game.
Coca-Cola.
Your Kissoff's calling again, and he's hopping mad.
What about that plane?
No, Dimitri, there must be some mistake.
We got them all.
You know what he says? He says that one of the planes hasn't turned back.
That's impossible, Mr. Red. I mean, look at the big board, 34.
Look at the big board.
Dimitri, look, we've got an acknowledgement from every plane except the 4 you've shot down. He says their air defense now only claims 3 aircraft confirmed. The 4th may only be damaged.
Uh-oh.
I'm beginning to smell a big fat commie rat. I mean,
Come on, he's lying to us.
Is this gonna set off the doomsday machine? Well, I guess you're just gonna have to get that plane, Dimitri. I am not getting. No, Dimitri. I'm just worried. That's all.
Are we still going to be friends after this, Dimitri?
I don't give a hoot in hell how you do it. You just get me the primary, you hear?
I'm sorry, sir, but those are the figures. We'll be lucky to reach weathership at Tango Delta.
I love his calm, clear voice.
What's the nearest target opportunity?
Oh, that must be real, because there's a shadow.
There's no way.
Look at that. There's it's very real.
Obviously. Star Wars.
This is the level of technology they have for flying an airplane. They're trying to make it look real. And yet people think they faked the moon landing.
Is there really a chance for that plane to get through?
Yep.
President, if I may speak freely. The Rusky talks big, but frankly, we think he's short of know-how. I mean, you take your average Rusky, we all know how much guts he's got. Hell, look at all of them Nazis killed off, and they still wouldn't quit.
Like, he was actually being nice. He was like,
well, if you think about it, he's like, look at how many were killed by the Germans and they just kept coming.
Yeah, but has he got a chance?
Has he got a chance?
America. How can we admit that our plane could be shot down?
Can't.
It's unsinkable. No.
Can't. Not even a movie.
Navigator to captain, approaching target, a distance 10 miles.
One of these guys must ride the bomb down, because that's the scene I remember.
I think it's the guy in the cowboy hat. I think I remember seeing a poster for it.
I'm riding this one all the way down.
Catch a ride.
Track indicators to maximum.
Charlie Chaplin.
Yeah, like look at this, and you're like, yep, they faked the moon landing.
Yeah.
Release first safety.
Oh my. It takes a lot to get rid of first safety. What was it, 7 switches?
Yeah. I mean, it's a nuke, I would hope.
No, you just don't drop these things by accident. Unless you're the head of a military base and ignore protocol and call for a strike.
Door circuits. Negative function. Roger.
Ah, this is why he rides it down.
Emergency power on. Still negative function.
Operate manual override.
God is telling you not to drop the bomb. None of these switches seem to be plugged into anything.
It's like it just like turns the camera and there's like a plug that's out.
Stay on the bomb run, Ace. I'm going down below and see what I can.
I'm going down there and ride that bomb.
The bomb run, boys. I'm going to get them doors open if it hair lifts everybody on Bear Creek.
All right, Captain.
All right, you and your
Not sure exactly what you said, but
Southern lingo.
Okay.
The average weight of an American citizen. I can easily open these doors.
I just gotta get on top and wiggle it a bit. Let's go marching one by one, hurrah, hurrah. Seem to be having a problem with electricity. So he accidentally rides it down?
Correct track indicator -7.
This is like Star Wars when the Jupiter was coming, or like the Death Star was coming around. 7 miles. Whoop, 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 whoop. Good thing in his other life he was an electrician.
3 miles. Roger.
That was fake because there was no shadow.
I'd really like to think that it's a dud.
Oh, that would be even okay. That would be awesome. No. Idiot.
Hey, what about Major Kong?
Okay, that's awesome. Dud, 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 dud.
No.
Not the dud.
Mr. President, I would not rule out the chance to preserve a nucleus of human specimens at the bottom of some of our deeper mine shafts.
How long would you have to stay down there?
Oh, old school slide rule.
That possibly 100 years?
Actually stay down there for 100 years?
It would not be difficult, my Fuhrer. I'm sorry, Mr. President. Greenhouses could maintain plant life for several 100,000 of our people could easily be provided. To foster and impart the required principles of leadership and tradition.
Do you think that's why he's always like...
Probably. He's always trying to salute. He's keeping his fascism under control. His arm has a mind of its own? That's the German side of him.
Maybe that's why it has a glove on it.
Doctor.
He's having internal conflict.
I must confess, you have an astonishingly good idea there, Doctor.
Supposing the Ruskies stashed away some big bomb. When they come out in 100 years, they could take over.
Yeah, I think it'd be extremely nice of us, Mr. President.
Everything just continues.
Mr. President, we must not allow a mine shaft gap.
I have a plan.
Monsieur! I can walk!
Wait, is that...
Look at these bombs. Actual test explosions. So my question is, other than his activity at the end, why would the movie be called Dr. Strangelove? Now, at this scene, gives me the idea of why it's called, or how we learn to love the bomb, right? Like,
Yeah.
I get that. Huh. The end.
Made it ship the whole thing.
Yep, everything.
Yeah.
Well, especially those plane models. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we just finished watching Dr. Strangelove, or How I Learned to Love the Bomb, I think it's called. What'd you think?
I thought it was pretty good.
Considering the age of the movie and how they made movies back then, right? They're a little bit slower, not as much action. This is more an intellectual comedy, I have to agree. Thought it was interesting that Peter Sellers played 3 roles. Do you know those 3?
Was he okay? He was obviously Mandrake, or whatever his name was.
The military guy?
Yeah,
he was a military guy.
He was Mandrake, the British guy.
Yeah, that's one.
Was he the German guy?
He was Dr. Strangelove, and
could he have been the
president?
He was the president?
Yes, very, very unique roles for Peter Sellers. You should watch, or we should watch, a Pink Panther movie. I think you would love them.
Dr. Strangelove and the president were never in the same.
Yeah, they were not seen side by side. It would be the head of one, the face of another, the head of one, the face of another. Yes.
It's impressive work.
Oh, yeah. Impressive ability to edit that together.
In 1960.
Oh, yeah. So, what'd you think of this?
I think...
What exactly did you like?
I thought it was funny.
You thought it was funny?
I thought there's probably... I enjoyed the subtler humor. I also enjoyed the more, less subtle humor, like Dr. Strangelove at the end. It seemed kind of...
Saluting.
That seemed kind of off tonally, like, from the whole movie.
I appreciated the mocking of the military, the mocking of the government, we're not quite sure what we're doing.
You know what I thought? Fluids.
Yes, oh yes. And
fluids.
And I would love to know if at this time there was a conspiracy going around of having fluoride in our drinking water. I know people today still struggle with it, so I'm wondering if it was a real thing back then.
I mean, just ask Grandma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you're
Back in my day, there was lead in the water, and we never had to worry about it.
We had to go outside to go to the bathroom.
I don't think so. I don't think she's ever talked about anything like that.
Outhouses? All right.
If you ever been to an outhouse, hit that like and follow. You can buy chains. I'm gonna remember that for my whole life.
No, you're not.
You can buy chains.
Yeah, for your vehicles.
Yeah, for your vehicles.
Anyway, would you recommend this movie?
Yes.
To who?
If you like comedy movies from the 1960s
that are a little dark,
both literally and figuratively, then you should watch this movie.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, have a great day.